Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Age channel. Former world champion Ishe Smith took part in a ESPN ringside poll in which Twitter users were asked to identify the top 4 in their opinion heavyweights in the world. Ishe Smith put the current WBC title holder Tyson Fury in the first place. The American gave the second position to the WBA, WBO and IBF champion Alexander Usyk. Smith's compatriot Deontay Wilder is third in the ranking, and Anthony Joshua closes the top 4. Ishe Smith explained why he placed the heavyweight leaders in this order. My rating is not based solely on who beat whom. It is also based on my beliefs. I believe that even after the Fury trilogy, Wilder will knock Joshua out if he catches him. Fury and Usyk are the first and second. There is nothing to even think about here. I don't believe Joshua is above Wilder, especially after the last fight. Ishe Smith wrote. Malik Scott, the coach of American heavyweight Deontay Wilder, predicts that the WBA, WBO and IBF world champion Alexander Usyk will defeat the WBC title holder Tyson Fury. The head of the Matchroom Boxing promotion company Eddie Hearn will not rule out the possibility that the WBC heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury may give up his title, just so as not to hold a duel with his ward Dillian Whyte, but doubts this turn of events. The promoter also told how things are going with the organization of the fights between Fury and Whyte. The famous British promoter Eddie Hearn is confident that his ward Anthony Joshua will defeat the WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk next year and regain his titles. According to Hearn, Anthony has never shied away from challenges, so after defeating Usyk, he will fight against Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder. Former light heavyweight title contender Maxim Vlasov praised the current WBA, WBO and IBF world heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk. According to the Russian boxer, the Ukrainian became one of the main heroes of the outgoing year. Recall that in September, Alexander Usyk unexpectedly defeated Anthony Joshua by unanimous decision, taking away 3 championship titles from the Briton. It is expected that the boxers will have a rematch next spring. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Malik Scott, the coach of American heavyweight Deontay Wilder, predicts that the WBA, WBO and IBF world champion Alexander Usyk will defeat the WBC title holder Tyson Fury. I don't think a victory over Fury is anything unusual at all. I believe that if you are not an extremely dangerous shooter like Wilder, then you will be a folder for Usyk. He fought with the leading fighters and defeated them. You also need to think about the fact that now is a good time for Usyk to fight Fury. Yes, Tyson beat Wilder, but he's not the same as before. Apart from me, only one person is talking about this: John Fury, his father. The style in which Fury is fighting now will work for Usyk and allow him to win this battle. If anyone can beat Alexander, it's like a little Fury, Tyson from the time of the fight with Vladimir Klitschko. But this new Fury suits Alexander. Don't be surprised if Usyk becomes the absolute world champion and defeat Fury next year. Fury defeated Deontay Wilder after 11 rounds of chopping. He is not a master of knockouts. How will their fight end? We will see, but I would be surprised if Usyk beats him. It's almost expected for me, Malik Scott said. The head of the Matchroom Boxing promotion company Eddie Hearn will not rule out the possibility that the WBC heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury may give up his title, just so as not to hold a duel with his ward Dillian Whyte, but doubts this turn of events. Look, Tyson is capable of anything. If he renounces the title in order not to fight Dillian Whyte, will it mean that he is avoiding the fight? I don't know, it's just that if Joshua had done that before the fight with Usyk, Anthony would have received a lot of criticism. Still, I don't think Fury will give up his title, because the value of an undisputed champion is still very high, and you can't become an absolute champion if you give up the belt, Hearn said. The promoter also told how things are going with the organization of the fights between Fury and Whyte. And in fact, the WBC ordered to start negotiations, but again there is a question of splitting the fee. Fury's side wants 18-20, we want 55-45. This is the maximum that is put to the temporary champion, so we are now waiting for the promotional auction to be scheduled. Even if we know the date, we can still make a deal. But we need the WBC to decide on the fee division. I can say that it will be difficult to reach an agreement if Fury's side continues to push for an 18-20 split. In this case, we will have to win the promotional bidding, Hearn said. Eddie Hearn is confident that his ward Anthony Joshua will defeat Alexander Usyk next year and regain his titles. According to Hearn, Anthony has never shied away from challenges. So after defeating Usyk, he will fight against Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder. Joshua accepted the challenge from Usyk and he cannot be blamed for avoiding a fight with him. Anthony has always been a guy who is ready to fight with the best, just like Chisora. We have to respect these fighters. Joshua is ready to fight again and again. He met with Usyk on September 25 and lost. Now all he's been thinking about since the winning the rematch. I am sure that in 2022 he will be able to correct the situation and give even more to boxing. Joshua is a two-time champion. He combined the titles twice, made a huge fortune. So why are you still criticizing him? He likes his life, he likes boxing and he is going to become a three-time world champion. I sincerely believe that, just as I believe that he will fight with all the leaders of his division. After the rematch with Usyk, Joshua will face Fury and I am sure he will fight Dillian Whyte. I also have no doubt that he will fight Deontay Wilder. Look at his track record. He has never shied away from anyone. I think Anthony deserves a lot of credit. I'm looking forward to his return, Hearn said. Former light heavyweight title contender Maxim Vlasov praised the current WBA, WBO and IBF world heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk. According to the Russian boxer, the Ukrainian became one of the main heroes of the outgoing year. The best boxers in 2021? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't followed boxing this year. I distanced myself a little from boxing. I was doing my own thing more. Is it possible to express admiration for Alexander Usyk? Of course you can. Alexander made a very good step, showed himself very cool. So I think he's one of the heroes of this year, Maxim Vlasov said in an interview. Recall that in September Alexander Usyk unexpectedly defeated Anthony Joshua by unanimous decision, taking away 3 championship titles from the Briton. It is expected that the boxers will have a rematch next spring. The famous American heavyweight Malik Scott shared his memories of working in the training camp of the current WBA, WBO and IBF world champion Alexander Usyk. I like to watch Alexander Usyk. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury have shaken up the heavyweight division with their trilogy, but Usyk is on a roll. He is not just good, he is great. I went to his training camp. It was half zoo, half forecast. The ring there was the smallest in the world. When Usyk told me that he was using the ring to prepare for the fight with Murat Gassiev, I realized what kind of person he was. He makes life very difficult for himself during training, which makes it easy for him on the battlefield. Where you see him calm, cool and serene in a fight that should be the fight of his life, it's because he just left the Hell Zoo training camp. The fight is easy for him, Malik Scott said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.